What has the post-Big Brother life been for you since you've been evicted from the Big Brother house?
Post Big Brother life since I've been evicted has been absolutely hectic. It's been non-stop. It's shaking a lot of hands, kissing a lot of babies, appearances, radio interviews. We're kind of pulled all over the place. It's been incredible. It's just been another really unique and interesting part of the adventure and the journey, being recognized in the street and taking about 1,000 selfies in the last 10 days. So it's been great. It's been interesting. It's been hard. I'm a bit tired, but excited for the finale, and it's just all part of the process.
All right, so how do you think you would have fared had you been in the house since day one?
Oh, I would have made it to the final for sure. If I had been in the house since day one, I think that I would have had a much better shot at it, and I would have made it at least to the final week. Considering I made it one day out as an intruder, if I'd had that other 23 days to build my character and to make a connection to the Australian public, I definitely think I would have made it to the final.
If you'd come in from day one, what would you have done different strategy-wise in order to get to the end?
For me, the game of Big Brother is kind of divided into two type of people who approach it. The people who are really strategic and really view it as playing a game and have all these strategies and tools and ideas that they mean to utilize, and people that are just in there for experience. For me, the most important thing was that I stayed true to myself. So I can happily hold my head up high and say I never went against my own character or my own moral standards to achieve a victory. If I did well in Big Brother, I wanted it to be because it was who I am as a person. So I wouldn't change anything. Is the answer to that question.
Was there anything in particular you were hoping to accomplish coming in as an intruder?
Really, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'd never seen the show until I did it, basically. I don't own a TV at home. I don't live under a rock, I know the concept of it and I'd seen little snippets, but I had no idea about the voting process or nominations or the challenges or anything like that. So I didn't really have any kind of clear set out goals because I had no idea what I was stepping into. I had no idea what I was going to be involved in, so it was really hard to make any sort of goals or have any ideas about how I do, considering I had no idea what I was about to get involved with.
Right. So you're aware that some of your housemates and even some people on the outside thought that you were getting close to Sky just to further your own game, so how did that accusation make you feel?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was some whispers, well actually there wasn't whispers, there was some blatant call-outs in the house about that being, a romance or a fake relationship, and since I've been out, I've had to field a lot of questions about Sky. A lot of people want to know what was happening between me and Sky, and the truth is that mine and Sky's relationship was real. Everything that happened between me and Sky was really organic and really natural. We came together under unique circumstances, and then we kind of just drifted apart. We have sort of a time warp that we talk about when you do the Big Brother house, which is one day is like a week in the real world and 1 week is like a month. So, if you spend that much time with someone, you can grow really close to them really quickly, and you can drift apart really quickly as well. So it was 100% real. We never made any kind of claims about wanting to pursue a relationship on the outside world. We never said we were boyfriend or girlfriend. We never did any of those kind of things. But the emotions and the intimacy that we shared was definitely real, and it just existed in a small time frame within a really unique circumstance.
So obviously you're a Canadian, and we have a very different version of Big Brother in North America. So had you been on that sort of version, how do you think you would have fared there?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know much about Canadian Big Brother either, or the North American version, to tell the truth. I think the fact that if I was to do one in North America, my accent not being so different, not being a standout, would probably be a bonus. I think it took a while for the housemates and for probably the public to warm up to me a little bit, considering I had a really obvious point of difference. Priya is an immigrant as well, but although she looks Indian, she sounds really Australian, and I think that the way you sound on the show has a big deal with how people interact with you. And I know the housemates were doing some pretty horrible Canadian accent impressions throughout the time that I was in there. So the only real sort of hypothesis I can make is that if I went to a North American Big Brother, I wouldn't stand out as so much just because of my accent.
Right. As for tonight's finale, who do you want to win and who do you think deserves to win?
The answer to that question, who do I want to win and who I think deserves to win, is the same. I'm going to say Travis. I really like Travis. I think he's a really good kid. He's young. He's really genuine and fun and happy-go-lucky guy. I also think he deserves it. He played the best game in the sense that he was the truest to himself and stayed who he was through the entire thing. He didn't compromise on his moral standards or behave in a manner that he's going to be regretful of when he gets out of here. And I know some of the housemates did and have. So I also think he's a good representation for what we want people to see Big Brother as. He's really exciting and fun and interesting and fun-loving, and once you win Big Brother, you then represent the product and the brand. And I think he's going to be a great representative of that and get people excited about the show. And if we have another season, someone like Travis will be a great addition to sort of generating marketing and influence for that show.
And lastly, for you, what was your favorite moment of the entire experience?
My favorite moment of the entire experience would be, that's tough. I mean, my funniest moment was definitely when we did the remote challenge, and they brought the tour group in, and the guy didn't even know Tom's name, and we just started calling him that guy.
Yeah.
When you get something like that in the house, when you get a funny joke or an interesting circumstance, it builds momentum and it can alleviate a lot of the pressure. And we honestly laughed about that and called Tom that guy for probably all the way up from when it happened to when he got evicted.
Yeah.
And it's little things like that that make it really special. I can't really pinpoint one moment, but what I will say is that when you live in the house, you're being watched 24 hours a day. And everything that you do is being viewed by the public, and if it's edited out, at least by the people around you. But there are moments, they're extremely rare, where you can get something intimate and something can happen between two people in the house that's just never going to get shared. For example, when I whispered in Dave's ear, no one still knows what that secret is, and no one ever will. And so within the experience of being watched and probed and prodded and controlled for 24 hours a day, throughout my time in the Big Brother experience, there was one or two instances where I knew I had something special that was never going to go to anyone. And those are my favorite moments. It's not about being famous or about, you know, doing the show or anything like that. It was just about making connections and knowing that despite everything that was happening, they were just going to stay between two people.
Right.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
No
Thanks,
problem.
Leo.
Beautiful.